Cool. It's working. Alright, alright, alright. Well, stream dies right after a big raid, and while everyone's having fun. You'll love to see it. It's a bit of a bummer. I'm back, I'm back. More powerful than ever. Oh, which actually reminds me, I have to have this on. I don't think I have my... I don't think I have my timers on. So many Marshy streams today, I know. It's crazy out there. I'm glad I remembered, oh my goodness. Having to turn them off for the sponsorship is a little frustrating. Cool. Fixed. What was the timer for? The timer, it's the bot's timer. It will periodically promote my sponsorships. Did I whack the warrior? No, the internet died. So, my game died with it. Captain Cartilage. Oh my goodness, I need to switch off this portrait. I want that, like, if I could just delete this from my collection, I would, just so that I never forget again, but I probably won't. Alright, we have Guff. We have Reno. Wouldn't this deck just, like, insta-lose to Malagos Druid? I feel like we have basically nothing we can do about what's going to happen. We could try to Theatar the, we could try to Theatar the Isiel, I guess. Or the Goose. What are the superpowers of Captain Cartilage? That is a good question. The likes of which we will never understand. I just got an alert from Spectrum saying that there's a service outage in my area, and it's expected to be back by 9:30. So, I'm glad it came back before. This is gonna hurt me more than them, right? Because I want to coin Guff next turn. Sure. I'm glad the internet came back before the prediction, I guess. It worries me, though. Like, is it going to go out again? That'd be a disaster. Renee and I are moving to Michigan. And the move out date is within a couple weeks. We, earlier today, we, like, meticulously planned everything we're gonna do for the next couple weeks. So I am no longer flexible about when I can stream. So the internet being bad enough that I would have to cancel the stream for today and go out again another day would actually be really not good for me. So would not be a good time for the internet to be chunky. All right. Theatar, listen, alright? You don't like me, I don't like you. But in this situation, you and I have to work together to get Malagos or Isiel, alright? Come on. Thank you. Thank you. Spammy Arcanist, that's fine. They can still get there with Isiel though, right? I mean, it's a lot, 44 health. I think it's a lot. I think we should probably be safe. They can still get there, really? But it's really hard. It seems tough. Maybe we can just get the Isiel. This is gonna work. All right. I was like, wait, maybe I made a mistake, but no. I don't care about this guy, right? You just play this. Marshy, that was incredibly mean. I only do mean things. I'm just kind of a mean guy. I relish being mean. I mustard and ketchup it too. We have 2 Renos. This is looking Jover. Do you have to manually use this Prime sub on Twitch, or is there a way to roll it over? I don't know. No, you have to manually do it, I think. Unless you don't. Not sure. Late stream, what the heck? Yeah. I'm very unpredictable these days. I could be here, I could be there. I could be everywhere, all at once. I will overdraw if I play this. Do I care about that? No? They could have Shattered Reflections, right? I never play this. That just sits in my hand for the foreseeable future. I guess I'm not really looking for anything, so this will be fine. Oh, Nest Matron? That's too much, alright? Alright, if you're gonna have Nest Matron, no. Nope. Is that the last one? Let's check my handy dandy HS replay. Nine. No, we need one more. Versus Bungus. What is what did I just play? Oh, Bungus is fine. Nah, I should put Druid. I'll never remember. I need to be more descriptive in my remarks, just to make it easier on myself. Toothless. That's from that one show with the dragons. The dragon that had teeth, but didn't have any teeth. You know what I mean? Oh, I'm back, I'm back. The internet left me for a while, but it came back. And in greater numbers. Let's hope it doesn't leave me again. Because then I'd just uninstall. Sup, Martian? Working hard or hardly working? You know, a little mix of both. You know how I do. You know how I do. You know how I don't. Renee has a burrito. Oh, I was gonna say it's in my reach. I could just take it, but then, like I said, Renee has a burrito, and then she instinctively looked at me and offered it to me. So yeah, here's a burrito. Thank you. I'm back. I had to turn that off to minimize my horrific chewing noises. Libram Paladin, so Alex? Probably Trog. Eating homemade tiramisu, drinking vanilla cappuccino, and watching Martian. Life is great. Well, that's what's up. Have I looked at the new cards, and if so, do I have a favorite? The new cards being everything from the new expansion, or the new cards being the cards that were released today? Apparently there's a 4 to 5 second delay between YouTube and Twitch. Fascinating. Ah. So yeah, 9 dragons and a 40 card deck is like 74% chance of having a dragon by turn 2. 10 gets it up to 78. Alright, well, we have 8, I think. So, there's that.
Stay alert, my children.
Now we know. Thanks for doing the math so I didn't have to. Chat, do I save my nest matron? It doesn't even save it, right? Yeah, it might.
I can't hear you.
Whole expansion? My favorite card is easily the Warrior Quest. That is exactly my type of jank. I think it's like perfectly poised that it's not going to be strong enough that I'll have to deal with its obnoxiousness all the time, but it's going to be strong enough that I can build a stupid deck with it and have fun with it. Instead of just, you know, constantly losing.
I cannot read them.
Thoughts on peanuts? Huge fan. I never feel worse for someone who has an allergy than when they say they're allergic to peanuts, or a food allergy rather. The worst thing you can be allergic to is dogs, in my opinion. But like, peanuts are so good, chat, which is something I should probably enunciate slightly better. Chat, I have a problem. I have a problem with things that are happening on the board in front of me. Okay. Not sure if that's good or bad for me. I really wanted Onyxia. So I get, like, that's the reason to not run ANR, right? Not that that's a good reason. But yeah, because Ysera's in here too, so it's not even like you have a 100% chance of getting Phi in Onyxia, so. No, I think ANR is still good, of course. Being allergic to sunlight also sucks. Is that a vampire problem, or is that a real thing that people have to deal with? Does the Warrior Crest revitalize Odd Warrior? I mean, I probably wouldn't play it that way. Because, like, what I'm excited to do is play Shield Shatter and Sanitize for 10 turns, and then, you know, crush everyone's hopes and dreams with a good old fashion. Oh no. Where's my sorry emote? Alright, chat, this is where we need the sorry emote for. We need the sorry emote for when we're sorry to have done such an atrocious thing. What? Keith! Hi, Martian. I don't miss Hearthstone, but I do miss you. Hope you're well. Hey, Keith. That's so nice of you to say. I hope you're well, too. We all miss you. Are you having a good time? Having a good good old Keith time? How does Martian do it? He can't keep getting away with it? Yeah. Yeah. I feel so much better playing ANR here than I did previously on X-Men. My goodness, look at this. It's just like my opponent's dreams are crumbling all around them. Just sitting there, soaking in defeat. If I choose the correct option, which is this one. Alright. Chat, I had a game on ladder today. I was playing some Miracle Rogue. I was playing some Miracle Rogue. And I passaged, right? So I used Secret Passage, and I got like this great 4 cards, all right? I had 3 open mana. The 4 cards I had were great. I forget exactly what they were, but I could play them all, and I would have had a bunch of stats on board. I went to do stuff with that hand, and I clicked my hero power on accident. You know how many of those cards I could play after I did that? I was gonna play 4. Can you guess how many of those I could play after I pressed that hero power? 0. Oh, so embarrassing. It's stupid. All right, we've done it, chat. We've completed one of our 3 decks. Onto Mage. When that stuff happens, you insta-concede. I think I still won that game, or it was close. I forget exactly. But I thought about it. I was like, oh my goodness. Ugh. You've entered the marshland? Yeah, you have. That's a real allergy? People are actually allergic to sunlight? Yeah, that sounds bad. Nothing.
Jaina versus Malfurion.
Cenarius, guide me to victory.
Freeze Mage in 2025. This is Big Spell Mage in 2025, if you can believe it. Like, Mask of Cthulhu is in my deck on purpose. Not as a funny. Because Shmoopy told me this was the best deck ever, and that I had to play it and I would win every game. You can tell him that that was the quote, right? He said that verbatim to me. As long as you're willing to adjust a couple of the words. But, apparently it's half decent, you know. He was saying, and like I actually looked at the stats, it's similar. The Hostage Mage version of Highlander Mage and the Big Spell version of Highlander Mage apparently are performing about the same. So, I'm here to play some Big Spell Mage, much to the enjoyment of people who keep requesting that I do it. Alright, Messadoon. Now that your Sleet Skater is gone, we can cry together about it. Haven't seen Mask in decades? You sure haven't. Unlucky queuing into Copper Scum Druid? Is this deck the nuts? I've heard him mention Treant Druid a couple times. So it's actually good? I've never encountered it before today. I faced this person on it, I think, earlier. Zach? I don't know how to process that. Marshy top 100 gamer? I would never be top 100, alright? If you ever see me in top 100, it's fake news. He played like 250 games with it or something? But I mean, like, he's played 250 games with Mage and had a 48% win rate, you know? Just because he plays something a lot doesn't mean it's actually good. Is it good? Is it like a good deck? It always looks terrible when you play against it. Do they always do this? Seems like a lot of things. Should I coin Messadoon and get my 1 mana Zephyrus? I think I'm gonna. Tisk tisk. Treant Druid is always on the edge of Copium? Oh, okay. Fair enough. I figured it was decent, given the way he was talking about it, but I never encounter it. It's a today thing. I'm probably just not high enough normally, honestly. I'm just like now in the range, because I so happen to be at the top of the ladder these days. You can finally encounter the infamous Treant Druid. Alright, half of Zephyrus. 2's gonna clear everything but that. So it's I heal 2 to myself or I deal 2 to them. I think that healing 2 to myself is gonna be more relevant. So I'll go ahead and do that. Then I will consider the matter of trading into this owl. Feels kind of bad, but I guess it's good. Fine. Just one more tree, bro, then it will be viable. Very good. Hey, Winstaford. 3 for 2/3, draw 2 cards, but that seems good. How big is this? That is huge! How did that already get so big? I haven't been paying attention at all. Is it the first time they pressed the button? Well, good thing for me, I have the answer to giant minions. Let's go ahead and do that. Ziliax. Have not drawn it yet. Should probably try to get that in my hand for next turn. That's great. I approve of this message. If I gave you a pastry tier list, would you fill it out? Sure. Draw a frost spell at the start of your turn, reduces cost by 1. You could draw the big one. Everything this could draw is worth drawing. Makes me feel like I should play it. How dead am I if I do this and this turn? I think kinda dead. Kinda dead. You know, I actually do want Reno Lone Ranger in my hand right now, don't I? I don't really want the water spell so much, but, you know, trying Reno Lone Ranger seems good.
Do not touch.
Is this beef stew mage? It is. Frozen yogurt isn't a pastry? Is that on there? It is on there. Hey Martian, hope you're doing well. I am doing well, Nexus. How are you doing? That is a really good poll, isn't it? It's a really good poll. Well, I suppose I should freeze this board. I'll do this first in hopes of getting Frost Nova. Did not get it, so I will get it this way. Hopefully. Steph has a funny way of being really annoying in these spots. Thank goodness. Alright, do this for now. And the old face pressure. Marshmallow is also on there? Alright, so here's our pastry tier list. Alright. Wow, that was a... whatever it was. I have 10 damage, so if 4 went here, 5 went there, then one of them would live. So I guess I'll just do this. Unless, like, do we ever win? Sorry, I didn't check for lethal. I don't think so, right?
What to do?
No.
To do?
Looking for a standoff? Careful, it's against me.
Currently got a stomach bug and a fever. Thank goodness my favorite Ginyu bro is online. I'm sorry you have a stomach bug. It's lame. Alright.
My hand is too full.
My hand is too full. My hand is as full as it is. Alright, pastry tier list. Let's go, chat. Let's get this done. Alright. Tiramisu. I love it. Panna cotta. I assume it's good. I don't think I've had it. Macaroon. I'd still eat it. It's probably better than that. It's okay. Frozen yogurt. I mean, like, so I love frozen yogurt, but it's not a pastry. I guess I'll work with what I've got. Mousse. Good. Souffle. Great. Brownie. Brownie, to me, is more of a topping than anything else, frankly. Like, I don't really like straight up...
It's so crazy. Just might work.
Straight up... brownies. I mean, I like them, but, like, I don't really want them, I guess. If that makes sense. Is Marshy gonna live? Probably, right? Oh, I could have done this. And then I played that this turn, I guess. I'll play this. Then we can just play our orb and win next turn or something. This game is going longer than I was expecting it to. Should I make this trade? Maybe not. Okay, but okay, so like brownie with cookie or brownie with ice cream, you know, brownie, that's, you know, we're talking a tier 1 dessert. Brownie by itself, eh. It's like, it feels more decadent than yummy, you know? Can we talk about how almost none of those are pastries? Yeah, I know. Churros, good. Waffles, not a pastry, but, you know, it's the best. Can we get this advertisement off, by the way? It's really hard to, like, see our tier list. Alright, that's better. That is a giant thing. Chat, what if I still lost? How funny would that be? Alright, I'll do that. I have 9 damage, I need 13 more. Do I ever have 13 more damage? No. Do I want to do this in the interest of not getting Astalord? Is a question. Okay, so do this. Do this. Fling this somewhere. Play. That. Cool. Is Skyla lethal? Was it? I don't think so. Okay. So, waffles, I love waffles, but like I wouldn't really call them pastries. Tarts are fine. Marshmallows are again like a topping, but less of a topping than the other one. Alright, so they avoided having their Astalor ruined, but they didn't actually play their Astalor, so I still have that to look forward to. Also, things are getting a little sketchy over there, huh? I've already used all my Zephyruses, I've already used my Lone Ranger. Are we just dead soon? Chat, are we dead soon? For the sands. Chat, am I gonna lose this game? I'm shocked. Coin. Alright. All 3 face. And that's all. Very good. That buys me 1 turn. Can we get a shout out for savory pastries? I'll take a shout out for savory pastries. Okay, so I could do this next turn, I guess. If they don't have a taunt, it means I could pressure their face a little bit. Them having the taunts has been a real problem for me. Alright, so pie. Love it. Cheesecake. Love it. Donut. I've actually downgraded donuts recently. I don't like them as much as I used to. Pudding is great. It's kind of rude. Kind of rude what you're doing there. Do you think they have damage from hand? Is there even a... There's no secrets left. There are no secrets between us, chat. I feel like the chance that they have like random burst damage in their hand is high. Guess I'll just, you know, play to win instead of playing to not lose. They have hero power from hand? It's true. It's true. And we're dead. Fudge. Similar to brownies. My mom loves fudge, though. Cookies, great. Cupcake. I really like, if this was regular cake, it would be up here. Cupcakes are actually, maybe great. I mean, depending on the cupcake. It's better than these. It's better than that. Maybe it just belongs up here if it's better than all this stuff. Alright. This is the best tier list ever. Alright, all those were pastries, except for the ones that weren't. Cupcakes are way overrated. They really are. Meow. Maybe you just don't know what a pastry is? Nobody does. If you want, I can make you a tier list with real pastries on it. You know what? I have exhausted my pastry tolerance, my tier list tolerance for now. You're a cupcake enjoyer? I do like them. It's just kind of like, you know, I don't really like them over anything.
Jaina versus Valir.
My opponent is such an arbitrary opponent. You know what I mean?
I'll cast a spell on you.
You know what I mean, chat? Guess I'll keep Zephyrus. I guess I'll keep the best card to have in my opening hand. Wonder what his mulligan keep rate is these days. It's probably hard to tell. If you just look at like wild overall, his keep rate is probably pretty awkward, right? Because, you know, in a Highlander deck, you would always want to keep Zephyrus. But in like Miracle Rogue, for example, you know, he's a disastrous opening hand card. What do you think about Eclairs and this other thing that I've never heard of? Well, Eclairs are alright. I don't know what that other thing is.
Your wish is my suggestion.
Hearthstone Pastry tier list. Funnel Cakes S tier, Mana Biscuits B. Both of those cards were good. Is there a Hearthstone Pastry that has not been good? Like a Hearthstone Pastry card that has been awful? The worst card in a generation? I guess I'll do this. Feels weird to take Wild Growth and then not play it, but... Moonshine Cakes. Dwarven Rock Cake is F tier. Oh wait, that's RuneScape. Well, words. Oh, that's a Skyward reference. Okay, I don't know anything about any of this stuff. We need. Oh, this is the Quasar Druid or Quasar Rogue. Quasar Druid. Seems like the type of thing that would lose to Ice Block. Does Quasar Rogue typically run a plan for Ice Block? Do they have like some kind of Zephyrus in there to flare me? Make me uninstall? But that wouldn't work out, right? Because they would have to have lethal on board. You got Legend over 7 times now? Nice! Congratulations. Now what will you do? What's next for you? Are you gonna go to Disneyland? Oh no. My monitor just flickered. I don't want the internet to leave me. Alright, chat. Once was enough. Once was too much. Now we're gonna find out what their plan is, chat. What horrible, horrible thing are they gonna do? Are you excited for the update to Monster Hunter at the end of the month? What is the update gonna be? Hey, look, half of lethal. Yeah, this is half of lethal, isn't it? Are we getting... So, every new Monster Hunter update so far has been like 1.5 monsters, and the new monster is boring. So, like, what I need is like 5 new monsters and tons of things to do. It's so weird. The current Monster Hunter has lost... Like, I've lost enthusiasm for it so much faster than the other two I played. Like... I felt like I was playing Monster Hunter World, for example. We were playing for years, right? My friends and I. Rise lasted us months. The current one lasted us like a week or two. It's weird. It's not 5 monsters. What is it? What is it though? Do I play any games other than Hearthstone? Nope. Only Hearthstone. Not even Monster Hunter. But yes, I do. I play tons of games other than Hearthstone. Not tons. Just some.
Almost out of cards.
I'm a big fan of other card games like for example, some of them. Pokemon is my big one. That's my big card game that I play the most. I can't remove these and also live. Can I even live? Am I just dead? I think I'm supposed to trade. How did, like, did I lose a bunch of my time somehow and not notice? How's my turn so short? It's crazy pants. Well, chat, it's Jover. It's all Jover. I lose.
Well, you win this.
You expected me to get a triple when I played the golden card? True. Two monsters and an arc-tempered tuna. That'd be the biggest update yet. So, I'd take it, I guess. I guess. Have you ever seen a show at Hollywood Bowl?
Versus Arana.
Have I?
Let the sparks fly. I'll cast a spell on you.
Renee says no, so it must be no. Chat, do you think this is Pirates Demon Hunter? Thoughts? It's so warm, chat. I'm so over it. I put in a service request for our broken air conditioner. And so we're moving, all right? This is our last 2 weeks at our current apartment. And I put in some service requests for, like, you know, things that need to be done. And one of them was our air conditioner isn't working. And the heat has been terrible. I'm so over it. It's way too warm. I don't want it. Whichever one of you turned up the sun so high, you know, I'll remember, and you know, you'll get yours eventually. Anyways, so we've been kind of suffering. So today we had scheduled an inspection, right? And so the idea is they're going to come in here and they're going to tell me, you know, how awful we've kept everything, and so like what we would need to fix in order to get our security deposit back. And the first thing she says when she comes in is, I canceled all of the service requests that you put in because, like, you're moving out. Like, why does it matter? Like, and I'm thinking, well, it matters because I'm gonna die. It's just, it's too warm. Stop it. Here, I guess I'll do this. That was not a great Zephyrus. Renee's laughing at me. I can't tell if she approved of that message or not. But anyways. So yeah, it's been warm. It's gonna keep being warm because they didn't want to fix our air conditioning because we're gonna leave in a week. No whirlwind? Yeah, that's what I wanted. But I guess he didn't think 2 was enough to give me the whirlwind. Go ahead and remove the rest of that. When Pirate Demon Hunter doesn't have Hosen Roughhauser. I'm filled with such joy, chat. Every time they Hosen Roughhauser me, I die a little inside and outside. I have 2 8s, so I could play this before this and draw 2 extra cards. Could also play this thing that I kept in my opening hand for some reason. I figured it was a clear, right? Because I need an early clear, but it's a pretty risky early clear, I guess. Fine. Are you about to film 30 videos on Thursday? Is Thursday, not this Thursday, right? Next Thursday? I was told by humans in chat. Oh my goodness, why did I make plans based off of information I got from chat? Okay, Renee and I...
Is it this Thursday?
What?
Is it this Thursday?
No, it's not this Thursday. No, so chat told me the Theorycraft stream was the 26th, right? Earlier today, Renee and I it's our last couple weeks in California. So we've been making plans to like maximize our last couple weeks of time, right? Like we have a lot of things, you know, people we love, places we like, you know, things we want to do before we leave California. And so we've basically, you know, like decided what we're going to do on all of these days. And so we made a bunch of plans around me having to stream on the 26th because that's when the Theorycraft stream is. And it just occurred to me, chat told me it was on the 26th. Like, why is why am I making like such solid plan? I'll have to remind me to confirm. It's probably true, but I should have vetted that information. You know what I mean? For all I know, it's never happening. Hi, cool thumbnail. Thank you. I made it myself, kind of. Oh wow, you're moving. That's nuts, dude. Where to? Michigan. Michigan. Right before I leave, rather. So anyways, okay, circling back to the question, I guess. I like went on that tirade and forgot what I was asked. So if the Theorycraft stream truly is on the 26th, then it is the 26th, by the way. All right, I have again had it confirmed by chat, so it's resolved because chat said it.
Because chat wants to
No, I do believe you. I should confirm that information. It just occurs to me like I should do that. Here, let me. This will be good for me next turn and bad for them this turn, right? So we'll do this now. And, you know, see how that goes. So yes, I'll try to get like a ton of videos for the Theorycraft stream. Like when does the new set come out? I'll definitely try to like. We're just dead, right? Unlucky. Thank you, Collateral Fish. That's very helpful. Theorycraft stream June 26th and through the 27th. You got 2 days to do it. What? Oh, APAC is on the 27th. All right, yeah. So yes, that is exactly what's going to happen, Guapo. I'm going to get as many as I can. July 8th is the new set. Oh, that's a good stretch of time. So I definitely want a chance to like figure out what I can do stream-wise over there. So I want it to be that after like, you know, after the Theorycraft stream, I don't have to stream until like early July at least. 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th. That's already 5 just to get through the end of June. And then if I wanted the first, because I don't want to stream on July 4th, right? So I think I want 9 videos. I'll do my best. That would be perfect. But I don't think I could hope for more. I don't think I can do that many. I'll either, at that point, I'll either like have to miss a few days, or I'll have figured out the streaming on the other end and stream on the 5th. So that's my story about that. Is that chat on screen? It is, it is. Toothless,
Bringing justice to this
back for
wasteland.
revenge, or to beat me again, whichever it
Spell on
was.
you.
Oh, was Toothless, was that the internet went out person? No, it wasn't. It was the end of our last video. All right. Very good. Let's see what they were playing. I use my handy dandy HS replay to see what my opponent was playing. They were playing Librams, so I'll keep devolving. Unless that's a stupid idea. I swear one set they did a Wild Theorycraft. The last Wild Theorycraft was March of the Lich King. They had planned... they had decided before that the juice wasn't worth the squeeze. But they didn't want to... they didn't want to stop the... They didn't want to take that away without giving us something else instead. And so they waited until they told us about Twist. I think it was like... They waited until the beginning of that year so that they could say, you know, something cool was coming for Wild later that year. And so we didn't get Twist in that first expansion. We got it after Titans. Also, I was... they forgot about me for the Twist... the Twist Theorycraft stream. I was so bummed. I should have just asked about it, because like it was literally they forgot. It wasn't like we'd lost faith or something like that. But I just thought I should have said, hey, what about me? Why not me? Anyways, so March of the Lich King. What was right before that? Nathria, Sunken City. What was right before that? Renee, what was before Sunken City? One of them? Alright, helpful. Renee would know. She loves Hearthstone. Alterac? Okay, cool. Alterac, I think, was the first one. Or was Sunken City the first one? Sunken City might have been the first one. Yeah, so they did 3. They did at least 3. Because I don't think there was there wasn't a Theorycraft for Alterac. It was Sunken City, Nathria, and then they were gonna not stop doing it, but they decided to throw us one more bone and let us do Lich King. Hit this. Thank you. Guess I should have pinged that first, huh? Maybe that's what a good player would have done. Unfortunately, we're dealing with me. I just locked back into this game, by the way. Everything while I was talking was a blur. This deck looks insane, but how does it win? I think I have most of these cards. Once I've won a game with it, I'll tell you how we won. They stopped because everyone just played Even Death Knight. I think part of the theory was, like, Death Knight wasn't going to have anything wild specific, so it seemed like a good time to stop. But like, I haven't thought about that in a while. Hitting the 5/5 would have been so bad. You don't know that, alright? There are plenty of terrible 8s. It could have been the nuts. It was definitely worth the risk, though. That thing was not going to be good for me. Chat, why does that have to exist? I have to survive a little longer. They have so many minions. Do this for now. Next turn I'll freeze, the turn after I'll poof. That's my big marshy plan. With Frost Nova in hand, it was a great play.
I cannot read them. I cannot wait to read.
If I didn't have Frost Nova, I still would have done it. I wasn't going to let that sit there and destroy me. Just because something can go wrong doesn't mean that you it isn't your best play. It was my best play regardless.
These texts, I cannot read them.
KVT always says when mage plays 2 secrets, thank god now I don't have to guess anymore. That's really funny. Ladder rank on the screen. OMG, YouTube is gonna go wild. Well, there you go. You hate Lanessa? That was a good hit.
By my calculations, you need to chill out. Come on in. I consent.
But I had so much more Renoing in Koldara. I could have pet you. Alright, that's how it wins, by the way. For the person who was asking. Dirty win. All my wins are dirty. I'm a filthy cheater. I win by any means necessary. Dirty win. My opponent concedes. How dirty of me. Get my opponents to quit. Got it. You got it. Yep. You like me? As well you should. I'm a very likable guy. Oh, because of Dirty Rat. Right. Very good. Do you feel the spider nerf was a big nerf for Miracle Rogue? Probably, but like, I'm up here. I'm in this zone because I've been spamming Miracle Rogue. You know, like it still works. I'm a big fan of Miracle Rogue. It's still going, still chunking along. I'm not running spiders. I don't know that that's right or wrong, frankly. Because like 2 mana spider is worse than 1 mana spider. All right, there is no like, you know, it's kind of a buff. And it was less of a nerf because it activates Greedy Partner, but like barely less of a nerf. I don't know. So, anyways, there is some extra relevance to the spider at 2 cost because it activates Greedy Partner. So that's cute, basically. But I haven't tried it yet. I've been playing Edwin because like I like to play Edwin. So if I was going to run, if I was going to put spiders back in my deck, I would cut the Edwin and cut the quick pick from the list that I've been using. That would be my guess. I didn't even think about Greedy Partner. I thought it was a dead card. It might be. I literally haven't tried it, so if it's a good card or it isn't a good card, I have no idea. Still feel like Mailbox is better than Partner because that's always on. The thing is, Partner is usually on, and your opponent doesn't get to coin Reno Lone Ranger because they killed your Mailbox Dancer earlier. Like, you can tempo a Partner and feel good about it. When you tempo a Mailbox, you're giving your opponent advantage. And the fact that you can tempo a Partner is a big reason why it's good. So, that's my opinion on that. Like, Mailbox Dancer was exclusively good as an Edwin activator. And Edwin is probably not the best list of that deck. Should I put some Bungus? Yeah. We'll put Bungus in their res pool. You can get Snowflipper Penguin back with your Raised Dead. That'll be good for you. Renee's a big Snowflipper Penguin fan, so she's in.
Flesh fails.
No one plays Dancer at all right now? Just because nobody plays something doesn't mean it's not better. You know, like, lists can be improved upon. It's just, in this particular case, Mailbox Dancer, like, you would just not play a card like that before you would put in Mailbox Dancer. Unless you're trying to activate Edwin, in which case you still should go with Greedy Partner. But, like, it changed as soon as Secret Passage went to 2, right? Like, before, you had to jump through too many hoops to run Greedy Partner. But now it's active often enough that it's just better because you can just tempo it. Yeah. But it's not just because nobody's doing it. My opponent is playing the Demon Seed. That's my thoughts on that. I want to keep ruining their res pool. Do you think my opponent would be a sweetie, cutie, booty, poopy doo-doos and hold their Tamsin in hand for my Dirty Rat?
What to do?
Alright, I'm going to try and continue to ruin their Raised Dead. So I should leave this up? Have you done a potato tier list yet? I did. What is my death row meal? Pancakes. I'd probably go with my, you know, if I had it my way, I'd probably get my pancakes, 2 eggs over easy, sourdough toast, sausage, bacon, breakfast is what I do. It sounds so good right now. Real. That's on our list of things that we need to do before we leave, is go to that. There's a pancake place near us that we really like. And definitely want to hit that up before we go. Leave California forever. Never to return. I'm going to do this. And then I'm going to recast it with this. And everyone's going to be happy about it. You love sourdough toast? Real. Pancakes and toast. So the pancakes you eat as pancakes. The toast, you take your eggs and you put it on top of the toast, and then you eat the toast with the egg on top. I'm a breakfast guy. Hey, I'm a breakfast guy. It's true. Like, that's the most, like... That's the meal that I have the most, like, personal attachment to, right? So, like, if I'm gonna leave this world... that's what I'd want. But, you know, I don't know that it's necessarily like my favorite food, if that makes sense. They all went straight for the one with 2 health. And these just went face? Crazy. What up, Jordan? Why am I attached to breakfast? Nostalgia? It's also good. It's not like it's not good. Because I do love that meal. It's like one of my favorites. It's just yeah, if I'm gonna like have my favorite food, it's probably gonna be something like sushi or steak, you know. But if I'm gonna have a looking back on my life type of, you know, one last enjoyment, then I'm gonna pick the one that I'm you know, that one. If that makes sense. If anything makes sense. Well, my opponent played the Tamsin, unfortunately. So there's that. I don't have any spagooties. By spagooties, I mean ice blocks up. Waking up on a weekend, eating that breakfast, playing Pokemon on the Game Boy. Yep. Yep. It's too good. Can you stop having lots of health? I need Reno Lone Ranger right stat now. It's my opinion. And can you stop playing those mass destructions, mass productions, mass spagooties? I auto FF when versus Demon Seed because it's so boring to play against. Well, there you go. I guess I should have pinged that thing when I had the chance. I just wanted to keep their board full for as long as possible. So, there you go. Please stop playing that. Alright, this is like the only turn that I can hope to survive if I also play like Reno 1 Ranger. Even then, you know, I'm not feeling too happy about it, frankly. Didn't happen. Chat, I think it may be Jover. I think this may be the end of it. Ooh. Haha. What are you gonna do without that mass production? That's what I thought. That's exactly what I thought. I think you should trade into my Ziliax, please. That's the other thing too, is like I couldn't just like sit there freezing the giants over and over again, which was my plan. Stop! And no! Stop it! So rude. I think it's really funny when people put Geist on their deck because of this deck. And we lose.
I need more study.
I need more study. Me too. I think we won 2 games with this, right? Or am I lying? We only win 1. This is gonna be an uphill battle. It's too warm, I don't like it. Not into it, chat. I want it to stop. All our fans are nasty. Chat, this happens like way too fast for me. We're still like a ways out, right? And already getting the long queue times. At least they aren't KVLT queue times. I bet they're much worse. And that's what I'm saying, is like it starts too soon. I know it gets way worse once you get even higher. Bet he's turning off his cam to pick his nose with 4 fingers, probably. What do you think of the 3 mana 5/5? It deals 5 to you for each minion you play in Demon Seed. It looks way better in the stats than I would have expected. Puka, what is Astral Vigilant? I don't know why they are long right now. Usually you queue into a handful of people and the waits aren't too long. It's been kind of bad on and off since I've been close to top 100. Like way farther out, I'm used to like way farther out. Like I can pretty much guarantee like within 15 seconds I get a game. The 1/2 that gets the last Train back. No, I haven't done that, but that's funny. What new cards belong in Even Death Knight? So I was thinking of a Blood or a Unholy Frost Even Death Knight with a new Raptor that tutors a Death Rattle, because then you can get a 3/2 the Plague guy,
I am the nightmare of steel.
I'll cast a spell.
and that would
on
be
you.
cool. The 4 mana AoE seems good for Even. I'd probably play that in basically everything you could play, yeah. Because, like, deal 2 damage to all enemies, and then they can't play minions next turn is pretty good. You're too good, no one wants to play with you. It's true. That's it. Nobody wants to play with old Marshy.
I see you brought guests.
Top 3 Reno classes. Are you talking about my favorites or the best ones? The best ones are probably Paladin, Mage, maybe not this one. I was told this version is good, but it doesn't feel as good as the other one. But, you know, small sample size on my end. So, Paladin, Mage, and Hunter. Probably the best 3, I think. Off the top of my head. Should I just rat right now? Get their Thaddeus out? It's because you're streaming this broken deck and people are dodging you. True. It's true. No balls. Got balls. I impulse bought a Hellion, and ever since they changed Highlander cards, I haven't used it. Ah, brutal. I still like it. I have Zephyrus now. If I hadn't attacked yet, I would do this, because then if it hit the Thaddeus, I could trade into it to damage it and then execute it. But now I guess I won't. I'll do this instead. And this. I play with the Amalgam Hunter deck you made. It's still good. Nice. Hunter, that's interesting. Didn't expect it. You'll have to try it. Hunter, Highlander Hunter has been better than people think it is for like a year and a half. Like since what you call it, Showdown. It's just good. It's a fine deck. But it's not like, you know, you have to play it with the intentional options. It doesn't have the same wiggle room. Like you can't just put garbage in it like you can in all the other Highlander decks. You have to actually put the good cards in and just run those ones, you know. And then it's good. Alright. I could coin Shadow or Death. I no longer believe this is Thaddeus. I guess I want to do this. Look at that, chat. Look at all my stuff. So much stuff now. So I hope even DK becomes good at some point so I can use my Diamond Hell, yeah. Word. Words. I guess I'll play this. Which one's next? I suppose it's gonna be this one, right? Do this, then do this. Excuse me. Good cards in my Reno pile. How offensive, sir? I know, right? I just got back from a fossil hunt. Perfect content to cool off and relax to. Nice. Did you find anything? I believe Paladin and Hunter are always underplayed for the relative power, and Priest and Druid are overplayed relative to their power. Seems true. Paladin is definitely overplayed right now. I guess it feels like Paladin is uniquely played as often as is warranted, I guess, is my thoughts. But usually when a Paladin deck is good, you almost never see it. Alright, I do this. Maybe just Frosty times. I'll do the Frosty one. Beep. Beep. Boop. What do I think is better, Reno Warrior or Reno Mage? I think if you're like the hostage mage, Reno Mage, I think that deck is just good. So I would do that one. Pretty successful. Found a really nicely preserved large snail and lots of urchins. That sounds cool. You know what doesn't sound cool? My opponent playing Bungus against me. I am not into it. Not one bit. Let's see what we've lost. Oh, that was a good... Wow. Aww. Man, I hate that card so much. I guess I'll play this while I can. And it turned off my Zephyrus. Disaster. Extra large Reno Paladin is pretty highly played at High Legend. It's a good deck. What is the weakest to strongest Reno decks? Oh wait, we did this last stream, didn't we? So I had to pull up all the classes. Number one. So like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 4, 5. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, something like that. All right, let me do this. How did I get to... Oh, because it copies it. It doesn't draw it. That's cool. That's cool. More of them. A car! Alright. Well, we're at 10, right? So we can't get TNT'd this turn. That's great. Do I think Reno Hunter is better than Reno Shaman? I do. At the peak of their wild power, I think the most oppressively strong Reno deck of all time was Reno Even Warlock in Stormwind. I think that's the most dominant a Reno deck has ever been. Well, you know what? That's probably not true. You know, Scholomance, Raza Priest was really good. Hostage Reno prior to Lone Ranger Rare? Maybe. I mean, that's probably up there, but Scholomance Reno Priest probably has to be the best Reno deck of all time. What was impressive about Reno Even Warlock? It was just really, really good. Like, in Stormwind, after the Demon Seed nerf, Reno Even Warlock, Questline Pirate Warrior, and Questline Hunter were just the only decks you could play if you wanted to win. Like, it was... Tier 1 was so solidified. It was more solidified than ever. And the best of those decks was Reno Even Warlock. So, that's the argument there. But, But
Do you have this in a bigger size?
Scalaman's Reno Priest is just like ridiculous. So that might just be better. Not my like. I think it has to be that one. I can't think of a better one. That was really good. Hostage Reno Mage is probably up there too. Yeah, it's hard to pick, kind of.
By my calculations, you need to chill out.
Could have played Parrot. Which is better, Reno Hostage Mage or Reno with the Orb, etc.? I think Reno Hostage Mage felt like just really solidly strong to me, and this deck feels alright. So I think the other one is significantly better, but the stats don't say that, and I'm like, I know how to play Hostage Mage. The stuff. I forget what I was gonna say. Oh well, it's gone, chat. We may never know. We may never know what Martian was gonna say. I remember when Janda's Spare Off was good, yeah. Good times. So I guess the key to this, what you really want, is to like still have your orb in your deck and to keep generating orbs with that other card. That's probably the way to do it. What's the most fun Reno deck in your opinion? I'm partial to Reno Priest. The like back when it was a Raza Anduin focused combo, you know. It like it's still fun to play the pile version, but I prefer the combo version. This is so much damage. This is pretty funny. This is pretty funny. How long have we been in this game, by the way? How many years? You're still playing Anduin Raza because you don't care? I'm gonna do that sometimes. I play it even though it's bad. But I'm not gonna like, you know, like the. For me, I had the most fun ever playing Reno Priest in Barons, and you could tell because I got rank 1 with that deck. Baron ends it. 9 and 20. It's like just enough, right? It was crazy watching the Reno Priest versus Handbuff Paladin video and how tight all the cards were because of 30 card limit. Yep. And explode. Alright, hopefully that was enough for a whole video, because I want to move on. I want to play my final deck. My third and final deck. Help, let me check. So we got... we need one more. Fine.
one will breach these walls.
I'll cast a spell on you.
Did I get a Switch 2? Not yet. I intend to. I don't want to get it before I move. I'm about to go to a new state in a couple weeks, so I don't want to get a new thing that I have to transport. You know, I'd rather just get it over there. But I will get it. The thought of not having Smash Brothers sickens me. And like, I know that I know that Smash Brothers isn't out yet, right? So, you know, it's gonna be a while, but they haven't not released a Smash Brothers since N64, so, well, since SNES, I guess, because they released the first one for N64. But so N64 on, they've been on a streak of Smash Brothers once a console, so I expect there will be one. If not, then we will riot. Am I a Mario Kart enjoyer? Yes, but not like a. You know, like I'm okay with a little bit of Mario Kart. Like I get a little bit of Mario Kart and then I'm good for a while. You know, I don't like. I wouldn't say that's one of the games in my love category, but I like Mario Kart. I enjoy playing Mario Kart. 0, 1, and 8. Reno Lone Ranger. Rude. Terrible. Absolutely terrible. What I can do, though, is I can play this and then play this, and that'll be alright. Right now, unless you care about the Mario Kart, the Switch 2 is kind of worthless. Yeah, I mean, like, if there was, like, if it released with Smash Brothers, I'd have already bought it, for sure. But it didn't release with Smash Brothers, so, like, I got time. I got time. My new setup is kind of funny when I turn the cam off. You can see the... I hate cold feet. Chat, when I saw cold feet, I said, wow, that's so annoying. I'm going to hate that. And everyone laughed at me, said to me it would be terrible. And here we are 1,000 years later, and I'm getting marginally bothered by a cold feet. Who was right, chat? Was it me? That's what I thought. I played the original Kirby Air Ride. Smash Brothers is going to take a while is the worst thing that you can say to someone like me. I've waited long enough. I guess I'm playing this because it's what I can play. Chat, my opponent has ruined my plans with their 2 turns of cold feet. This is so rude. I don't even want to do this anymore. Maybe I do, I just wouldn't waste it on this.
Come with me into the future.
Am I just the only person that isn't annoyed by Rebuke, Cold Feet, and Monoburn? I don't know.
One ticket, please.
Wee. Hang 10 or something. Find those cards so inoffensive. Well, there you go. You want to scream when your opponent plays those cards? That's kind of where I'm at. Oh my goodness, chat. At least I had to pay 5 for it this time. I feel less bad about that. It's like, it kind of ruins my, like, discount turn, but at least, you know, they didn't get to play a bunch of stuff. I'm annoyed at Glide when I have a full hand of Answers to Demon Hunter Trickery. That's one of the ones where I'm kind of in the why does this bother anyone category. I mean, like, not that it isn't frustrating when an opponent plays a card and it beats you, but like, I feel like Glide is usually fine and only every once in a while too stupid. Whereas, like, every time I get Mana Burn, it just throws off my whole situation. What am I doing here? I guess I'm gonna play this. Feels awful because they didn't actually go face, but you know, I want to spend 8 mana. Opponent played a card. Yeah, you hate to see it. Sometimes when I play double Mana Burn and 4, 7, 8 taunt demons for 0 mana on turn 4, I feel bad for my opponent. I don't. I feel bad for you. Having to play all those cards. Chat, my opponent played Holy Wrath and did 2 damage to me. What do I do with that? What does that mean in the long run? What's that mean for Martian Stool? Does that mean I play... Hey, Jailer. Two damage Holy Wrath. I mean, I think they were yellowing it. They must have Ceaseless in their hand. Or they have 2 Holy Wraths in their hands. Watch them. They're going to hit this time. Told ya. 4 damage. It's a lot. It's a lot of damage, chat. It's twice as much as the turn before. Alright? They doubled their damage on the next turn. Alright. On to the good one. I'm suddenly so tired. Somebody join my Discord. Yo, Winstopher, did I thank you for subscribing? Winstopher, if you're still out there, thank you so much. I appreciate the 2 months, my friend. How long ago was that? I'll never forgive myself. You're pretty sure I did? Alright, cool, cool. How old is the photo of Renee going hello? That would have been in 2020. So, 5? Marathon game. Me, Thief Priest versus Tess, Heal Rogue. I loaded my deck with Priest of the Feast, and we couldn't kill each other. It must have been 30 to 40 minutes. Well, that sounds like a game of all time. Pound it, Spawn. I need a nap. A nap for me. Marshy needs to go to sleep. Marshy, oh, I love the background decor. Where did you get it? I got it from a collectible show near me that's called Frankenstein, and it is not going to be near me for much longer because I'm changing states. So, in anticipation of that, I got the remaining ones. Here's my funny bag of additional background decor. Wow, I kind of want to keep these together. It's against mage, though. But I have them together. You're changing states? What are you doing? Becoming a liquid or gas? One moment.
I see you.
Chat, don't let me tempo this poke out. I feel like I might do it. So yeah, we have blue was my first game. Gold was what I played in Gen 2 at first, and Emerald was not my first Gen 3 game. My first was Alpha, or not Alpha, Sapphire. But I also played Emerald. Emerald is my favorite, and I already had a blue cartridge up there, so I went with Emerald over Sapphire. But I went back and got all the others. So here they are. I've got red version. He actually had to go into the back to get a red version for me. He was out of red versions. But we got there. This is not a game I've played. Alright. Because this was only released in Japan. Renee didn't laugh. Oh, she was in the other room. But I still got it. I do not think I have played Silver. I played Gold and then I played Crystal. Speaking of Crystal, here's Crystal. Was this like returned? It's got like stickers on the back. Oh, maybe it was like their display one for a while or something. I don't know. But it doesn't matter to me. It's going to be facing forward anyway when it finally goes on the wall. There's Ruby. I think I did actually play Ruby at a certain point. And finally, here's the Alpha that I didn't get, or the Sapphire. I keep calling it Alpha. Sapphire. This is low-key one of my favorite games of all time. Gen 3 was awesome, and Sapphire was my first iteration of Gen 3. Gen 3 gets a lot of hate because people didn't have patience for the water. But I loved Gen 3, including the water. So, I don't think it's deserved. You can see me being a shiny hunter. I actually am not. I refuse to play, what do I do about this, by the way? I try to get this over to the left. No, I try to get this over to the right so that I can do this. Okay, that's what I do. And then I just dredge it later. What are the stats for each deck? I have never lost a game, so 100% win rate on all the decks I played. Is there a working copy of green in that box? If only. They're just display things, but it'd be cool. Apparently green is just a worse version of the others, though. I'm doing this on purpose. I know this will destroy it, but I need Ceaseless to be bottom 3 when I play Finley. And now it is. I guess I could have sacrificed either of the other ones too. Like Razor Scale costs just as much. What you got there? So I need one of these, but it doesn't draw the card. I also need this, and it does draw it, so I'll take this one.
Do not touch.
Did I play yellow? I did. Oh my goodness, I don't have yellow. Oh my goodness, chat. I had all the ones that he got. Thank you so much for pointing that out, by the way. I would have been sad if I didn't have a complete set of them, and that I would have noticed eventually. So I got the bag. I got them while I was there. I put them in the bag and I put it down, and that's the last I thought of it. Brayden, thank you so much for being a member. I appreciate you. Also, it occurs to me my opponent has ice block, so like Holy Wrath isn't even that good. You know, I think I'm gonna do this. We're just gonna start smorking them down. Because they don't have a lot of value. We'll just get them the old... What? Never in a million years did I think that would be that. But thank you, Amidas, because like otherwise I would have order walled. But yeah, so I'm gonna go back one last time this weekend, and then not again until I come back to visit my parents or something, if we find time for that. Did Vinley keep the order when shuffling? How does it work? So right to left is how it will be on the bottom of your deck. So if I Finley'd now, this would be the bottom card of my deck. And this would be the second to bottom. In terms of Pokemon design, what is the best to worst Pokemon for each gen? Let's see. How many players can I offend? Have they not played an Ice Block yet? We've seen 2 objections. Weird.
Faith reveals the way.
May the light grant you peace. Your wish is my suggestion.
Oh, it's Flame Ward. Yeah. So this will be Ice Block. Alright. That took me way too long. Okay, so best design for Generation 1.
You have skill of your own.
You have a skill of your own. Alright, I mean, next turn we could ceaseless them, but for all that does.
We're gonna be rich.
Chat, if they stick around, I will ceaseless a wisp. I will wrath one of these wisps if they stick around. That is your reward. Worst is Mr. Mime. Best is... Squirtle's just a little guy. Worst design for... I think people would say Dunsparce for Generation 2. But I like Dunsparce, so I don't know what to say. Alright, here we go. Boop! We did it, chat. Base Gen 1 tape. Cool. What about favorite red-blue sprite before they fixed the art style? I just like them all, honestly. It's been too long since I played blue. Did we just lose? No way. That should be fine. It's close though, isn't it? Oh, it's not that close.
As if I could be clever.
Oh, the Golbat sprite was a masterpiece. That's true, yeah.
Our hardships only strengthen our resilience.
Yeah. You know what's sad is like it feels so mainstream to pick Umbreon as the best Gen 2 design, but like if you'd asked me this question 6 years ago before the Umbreon stonks went up, I'd have still said that one. I think like Umbreon is really good, like design wise. Like my personal favorite is Crobat. That's my favorite Pokemon, outside of Bonsly anyway. But like I don't know that I would describe that as like the best design. I feel like they did a really good job with Umbreon. But I mean, like maybe that's just evidence too. You know, like that's just like, you know, eventually people just started really loving it. So yeah. Gen 1 and 2, I think they definitely peaked during that era as far as designing Pokemon. They started adding too many lines after that. You know, like they definitely still have good ones, and like Pokemon are still Pokemon. It's still cool, but Gen 1 and 2 design, you know, there's an element of those Pokemon's designs that is missing from the ones after, for sure. Back to top 100. Yes, we're healing. We're healing. You miss 8 legendaries? Like you miss when there were 8 legendaries?
Versus Leroy the Legend.
Like there's too many now?
Leroy Jenkins.
Light.
Oh, you're missing 8 legendaries from this deck. Yeah. Gen 3, the worst design is Love Disc. Pokemon is stupid.
I see you brought guests.
Gen 3 best design. Yeah, I like when I first saw Metagross, I rolled my eyes, but now it's one of my favorite Pokemon, so it's pretty funny how things change.
Let's see, what do I take?
Trying to think of like what a best design from Gen 3 would be. What would a worst design? I'm sure there's like really stupid ones. Oh, Love Disc. Yeah, Love Disc. Love Disc. Freaking stupid. Lunatone, best design hands down. Lunatone, huh? We got the Lunatone fans in chat. Lunatone and Solrak have had some of the coolest decks of all time in Pokemon, I think. That's probably just over-exaggeration, but I think the design of Lunatone and Solrock in the TCG, at least in the old days, when they cared about more Pokemon being playable, like they had some really cool stuff. Like they had their very own deck a few times, where like it mattered how many Lunatones and Solrocks you had out. But also, should I just get Wrath? The Wrath. They had like some cool ones where they just have a nice effect when you have them both out. Like you're not going to build your whole deck around them, but you're going to run them both because if you get them both out, it's going to be beneficial for you. So like they're cool from that standpoint. Is Gardevoir the most popular? Why didn't I just play this instead of using my ETC? So stupid. Yeah, chat, do you think I'm the stupidest guy? Scale from 1 to dumb. Where do I stand? Gardevoir is a really popular Pokemon. Is that the most popular Gen 3 Pokemon? Not sure. I might give it to Blaziken. I'm trying to think of something other than Blaziken to pick. But like, I really liked Blaziken as a starter. It felt epic. I don't know why. It's pretty cool. I also really like Kyogre. And Rayquaza. Nose past his peak? Oh my goodness. I, like, very few times, it's been exactly 2 times. There was one time when my younger sibling and I were in the grocery store when I was a children. And we were getting Lunchables. And
Let the dead rest.
I'm just playing cards at this point, by the way. We were getting Lunchables, And there were Pokemon-themed Lunchables, which was very exciting. On the back of them, there were like little Pokemon that you could cut out. Was the idea that and you have like little cardboard pieces of Pokemon. And the iconic ones were back there. You know, the 3 starters, Pikachu, whatever. And there was also Mr. Mime. When my sibling and I saw Mr. Mime, we lost it. We just we couldn't even handle it. We laughed in the middle of the store until we couldn't laugh anymore. It was great times. And then there was a time when I laughed by myself. My first encounter of Nose Pass was while playing Gen 3, and it showed up in the middle of a cave once. This Pokemon with a giant stupid nose. For those of you who aren't Pokemon fans, let me show you Nose Pass, right? This is... You're just playing Pokemon, you're sitting there being a children, enjoying yourself some Pokemon, and then this shows up. And its name is Nose Pass. Alright? You would laugh.
I need a vacation from my vacation.
Ooh, that was a snap pick. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and say this is mine. What is that thing? It's terrifying. That's Nose Pass. Look at its silly nose.
Let me change your mind.
Zoop.
Open your minds to the light.
Open up your mind. See, I had myself a nice chuckle. I did. Man, do I give it to Rayquaza? Rayquaza is so epic. So yeah, maybe lowest cost is Levdisc, highest cost is Rayquaza, as far as design quality. The first time you see Nose Pass is in Roxanne's gym. That must have been where it is. No, you can see it in the cave right by it, for sure. I'm so confident of this. I would stake an entire beetle. Well, if power is what you seek, ceaseless expanse is what I provide. Get ready to lose one beetle? Oh no. Alright. Gen 3. Nose Pass. Spawn. I mean, it's been a long time, so whatever. You found exclusively in Granite Cave. To encounter one, you'll need to use Rock Smash on breakable rocks within the cave. It's recommended to use a Pokemon. Do you just unlock Rock Smash after you beat that gym? It has literally been 20 years, right? That was a 2003 game, and I'm 36. Oh, no. It's not 2036. It's 2005. So it's been 22 years, right? Thought Castform is the worst design of all time? No way. No way. Nah, Castform is cool. And it has the best attack chat. It's got extra ball. All right. But anyways, whenever I saw Nose Pass first, I lost my mind. It was a very stupid Pokemon. What am I looking up? I want to go look something up. Oh, extra ball. Here it is. Here's Castform. Extra ball. Here's the extra ball. Right? 1, 2, 3. Extra ball. All right. Never understood why Castform never got a Sandstorm form. Real. Impressive ball. It's pretty impressive. The order of TMs unlocked in Gen 3 is Cut, Flash, Rock Smash, Strength, Surf, Fly, Dive, and then Waterfall. I believe you. I believe you so much. All I remember is the first time I saw Nose Pass, I lost my mind. And it's in Gen 3, in Gen 2, I pretty much knew what Pokemon were in the gen before I played the game. Like, I had a pretty good idea. I wasn't surprised by anything. In Gen 3, my introduction to the Pokemon was mostly as I was passing through. So when I saw Nosepass, it completely blindsided me. Do you have a favorite Pokemon from Gen 2 Beta Space World? What is that? Do I have a list for that Reno Big Spell Mage? No. Nope. Chad, it's so hot in here. I can't get an opponent. So, okay, so Fire Red, Leaf Green. Ruby, Sapphire, most of it feels like I played it just yesterday. All right. The exact like order where you can find Nosepass, I guess, escaped me. But the Fire Red, Leaf Green, I only played Leaf Green through like once, I'm pretty sure. But I loved Leaf Green. I should play, like, if I'm going to play any Pokemon game, I should really play Leaf Green again. That one was really cool. And it, like, it was kind of like Gen 2. So what was really sick about Gen 2 is after you complete Gen 2, you get to go back and complete Gen 1 again. So you get, like, an extra game within your game. Fire Red, Leaf Green was similar. You, like, you would beat the game as normal, so it was just a Gen 1 game. But they had the whole extra Sevi Islands at the end of it. So, like, after you beat the game, there was a whole extra, well, 7, obviously, islands to go complete in... You didn't actually get to catch Deoxys, right? I don't think so. I think that was still, like, you had to download content. But I think it teased Deoxys, is that what it was? Don't know.
Let the dead rest.
There was a Gen 2 beta in... Deoxys is an event Pokemon from a Toys R Us. Well, very good. Yeah, I remember it being, like, surprising in Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire when you got to actually catch Deoxys. And I remember it being annoying that you didn't get to catch Deoxys in Fire Red, Leaf Green, because it was so obviously tied with that game, and it was the only Pokemon that would have been new. Alright, turn 7.
I need a vacation from my vacation.
That's not Zephyrus. This one... You can pop the Ice Block next turn. I guess I'll pop the Ice Block next turn, why not? Why not, chat? Why shouldn't I? Why shouldn't I pop the Ice Block next turn? But yeah, it was pretty cool. I think you just went and faced more Team Rocket. I really only did it once, so I barely remember it, I guess. This is Objection. Let me do this first. Get it nice and low as it can be. One Ice Block down. So it's too bad that there's an objection there, because I'd really love to put this... What's next? We don't know, because I drew what was next. There was a Gen 2 beta in 1997, and the source code was leaked back in 2018. You can see earlier designs of Gen 2 Pokemon and a bunch that got cut. Yeah, I've seen some of that before. Is that the thing that you're talking about? That's the Space World 97 demo. Yeah, I've seen some. I don't have any active favorites of that. Alright, so I'll play this to the objection. Then I'll play this, hopefully finding ETC. There it is. Alright, so then I can ETC for Holy Wrath, and then we can, like, Dredge Holy Wrath later. It's so crazy to me that you had to go to public places to catch mythical Pokemon or buy separate games. It is stupid. It is stupid, I'll give it that much. I will give it that much. Ooh, there we go. Next turn.
Reporting for duty.
I got the Mew that way. Like back in 1990s, who knows what. Can you not with that, please? Alright. Objection? If it's objection, we get to win this turn, right? No, because we don't have enough mana. Objection?
The time has come to dethrone our former master.
In time. I can't hear you. I can't hear you.
Make that trick or else they'll delete me. Back in the 1900s, I know, it was like ancient times. Back in the in the long ago. Can we not with the ice block, please? It's really, am I really just gonna like pop the block again? That's so stupid. It actually hurts my feelings. Oh, you know what? It's not lethal, so it might just offer me the 5/4. Unlucky. But yeah, I got the Mew. They like took my cartridge and put it into the. I was probably 11, maybe 10. But like we went to the place that you had to go to get the event Pokemon, and I got my Mew. I don't think I ever did that for anything else. Should I just pop the block again? Can't believe this thing is about to eat 2 full that things. Pretty ridiculous. Wow, that's huge. Zeph just doesn't like me today. I kind of regretted it. I think I would have had to get Zeph down to about 4 mana left. No tight lip witness. It's in the ETC. I used the ETC for another thingamajig. Holy Wrath.
We're gonna be rich.
Feel like you're trying to die with all these tempo hero powers. 1 extra body I don't think is going to make or break it too much. But hero powering into that means that they have to do something about it, or else I can drag the thing into it. Was my thought process. How many Recklesses have we seen? None?
What to do?
Our gift of the arcane enlightens us.
Reckless. Well, they didn't hate that. Alright, if they have it, we're dead. I'm not gonna play around that anymore. The 2/4. This. What? I'm waiting. Elaborate. I could have killed it? How? Give me the exact line. Maybe you're forgetting that Astalor does 2 damage and Hollow Technician makes 1 damage lethal. Hey Martian, I was the Arena Warrior that you won against as Arena Mage. Hoping the video goes to YouTube. Did I beat you? Probably is. Opponent gave up. They want me to win. As well they should. Wait, why did they just concede? Okay. Did we do it, chat? The fabled disconnect victory? Did we play to our outs and get there? Wow. Chat.
Presentation is everything.
Not the presentation. My opponent has enjoyed 2 full blasts of Ceaseless Expanse to the face and is still alive. It's actually revolting. Alright, so can I afford to play off board for the rest of the game and expect to win?
Whoops.
I think the answer is no. I'll tell you what though, I'll do this and then I'll Ceaseless Expanse. This will let me draw cards and stuff. I don't want to draw any of this, honestly.
Prophet, guide me.
Don't know what to say.
I have little time.
This for sure gets me Reno, which is what I'm looking for.
I have seen creation, and I will bring destruction.
Why Reno mages are refusing to play Luna's Pocket Galaxy? Let's see. Same reason warrior decks are refusing to play Gather Your Party. If power isn't what you seek, ignorance isn't what I provide, well then. I guess I could Curator for the Spirit of the Badlands, but like, I don't know. It's just like such a bad position to be in, right? Because you can't just tempo to finish them off. Oh my goodness. That is some technology. We just lose, right? Isn't it like a jillion damage? Beady be doo, beady be doo, beady be doo, beady boo boo. You stand up. Stand up for what you believe in. Renee's looking out for my spine. You're in between games. That is 16, so I need like one more. I'm almost done. You could stand up. She is standing, to her credit. I was told Imbue Mage is a bad deck that doesn't make it to top legend. Who told you that? That is a long middle name, that's true. What fruit has the best juice? I don't know why that question seems so silly to me. So like, you know, it's actually fine. Best juice. So like, if you're gonna have the juice like straight up, I think it's got to be orange. Like orange is at the exact perfect spot. If you just have pure, straight up orange juice, it is fine as it is. Stuff like apple juice can be a little sweet, and like pomegranate juice is really good, but I need to have that, you know, cut with something because it's like way too much by itself. You know, like 70% tea, 30% pomegranate juice. That is amazing. But yeah, so I gotta give it to orange juice. I feel like orange juice is too solid not to get the crown. I just want them to change the Reckless Apprentice interaction. Reckless Apprentice is a terrible deck that, you know, it would never be in top legend, right? Come on. Pear juice is underrated. Real. I'm just kidding. Imbue Mage is fine, obviously. My Mixologist, I think this card is too weak for Wild. True. I should probably cut it. Should probably cut all cards from all my decks. They're too weak for Wild. Okay, so Renathal. Renathal decks are just giant piles of cards that are fine. And Mixologist is a fine card. Like, you know, I don't know. Like, Rooney isn't great. Rooney's slower than Mixologist. But it's fine. Curator's fine. You just put a bunch of fine cards in your deck and you're fine. That's how you win with Renathal. Is there ever a bad fruit juice? Expired fruit juice. I mean, like, you can't have like lemon juice straight up, right? Like, if you have just a glass of lemon juice, you're gonna have a bad time. So I think there could contextually be a bad juice. Should I give the druid 10 mana? Do you think that would go well for me?
Let's see what nature has in store for me.
Oh, I think I will give them 10 mana. Yes, good. Not every card can be an orange juice. Some cards, like Mixologist, are apple juice at best, and that is okay. It's true. It's true. Hi, Doc.
Gather round, everyone. It's time for a celebration.
Ugh. What are the secrets in there? Cat Trick, Explosive, Freezing Trap, Wandering Monster, And one more. It's not rat trap, is it? Snake trap? I like how as soon as you get the hunter one, you're just out of stuff.
Surely this way is way.
Now is the time.
Does the hunter one have XR? Yeah. Trying to remember what the last secret is.
Do try to keep yourselves alive.
Hmm.
Shaking us stir.
I have little time.
The menagerie is for guests only.
Reporting for duty.
And is it bear trap? No way it's bear trap. That's crazy. What about apple grape juice? Once you start mixing things, like, the whole world opens up. Like, so many of the juices are god tier if you mix them with something else. Freezing hit the Nozdormu. Turns out you're just blind. We're all blind. We're all blind some days.
Faith reveals the way.
The time has come.
Open your minds to the light.
Open up your minds, let your fantasies unwind. Oh, it is misdirection. Alright. Are they each gonna take two? Okay, thank goodness. Pineapple juice, meh. Pineapple plus coconut, god tier. Yeah, that's kind of how it goes. Hey, stop that. Alright, now we're in the problem zone again. This is actually probably pretty fine when you have 15 mana, to be honest. Rude. Ooh, they're just going face. They're going for it, chat. They are going for it.
Prophet, guide me.
I've already played Crystology. Well, let's see if we get the right location. No.
Gaze into the horizon, and you will see what is real.
We're gonna be rich.
May the light grant you peace.
Alright, let's just draw Polkelt next turn and be fine. This Ysera feels quite good for Reno Paladin. It is nice having the extra Minaz. No way! I mean, maybe, I guess. I don't know. Seems bad. Like, with that much mana, I feel like the Rexar hero power is good. But I guess so is every card in their deck, and this lets you get a card in your deck, so... It feels like a sin. I know, it feels weird. But, I guess? They're thinking about it, chat. They're giving the old thinker-rooney. 40 HP and 13 mana with a 40 card deck. Imagine showing this to a vanilla Hearthstone dev. Yeah, I guess it is kind of all over the place. Did we hit the DC out again? What's going on here? Feels bad.
Your wish is my suggestion.
Math? Alright, these two. Excuse me. It's pretty anticlimactic. I was watching someone yesterday who they actually don't include games if their opponent played stupidly. Like, he was in a game, and he is a Pokemon streamer, and his opponent made what seemed like a misplay to him at first, and he was like, "Oh man, you almost made it into the video," and then it turned out to be like a fine play, and so he kept it. But it's interesting, like keeping good games instead of wins. Couldn't be me. Ten, 6, and 9. We're fine. All right. I've gotta go. Someone on that needs to be rated by me, Martian Stool. Yeah, we got schmoopers. We'll raid schmoopers. You guys been great. I will see you again. I was gonna say when the winds strike me, but I think it's Thursday is when the winds will strike me. So I will see you Thursday when the winds strike me.